Hello and welcome back to The Sims 4. So everybody's favourite goblin, Snot Throttle Bilge Boy, has decided to move house because we've installed a few expansions. So we got the Pets expansion because I feel like Snot Throttle needs a little kind of furry companion to call his own. Why not, right? Also, we got the Vampires pack because that sounds cool, and that gives us the Forgotten Hollow, which is a spooky place probably perfect for a goblin to live, but we might move there later on. And we also got the pack that gives us extra stuff for our pets. Because what's cooler than a small dog with a hat? I don't know, but we're going to go to Brindleton Bay. Oh man, look at this place. Pretty swish. So there's lots of lots we can move into, or there are pre-made homes. The pre-made homes are a bit expensive, so we might just buy a cheap place over here. Let's go to Dashan's Creek and move in. Could this be the perfect home? Oh, I hope so. Oh man, now this is super picturesque. Now, I'm right by a main road, which is not ideal, but this is a really pretty kind of patch of land. And I can just, build a house here? Yeah, pretty sweet. There's not a huge amount of room, but there's way more than we need. This is so picturesque. Also, the perfect place to own a dog. We've got like a little river down here that they can go splashing around in and wash themselves in. We've also got a nice patch of land, lots of flowers and shrubs, loads of trees. This is perfect. But before we build a house though, we're going to get down to the meat of what we're doing this episode, and that is make some friends. So we're going to create some people I know as Sims, because what's more fun than having your friends in-game with you? Okay, so let's start designing Duncan. So Duncan's quite a good... He's quite hefty. So we're going to give him a reasonably sized head. Now, Duncan's nose is not the most protrusive, but he does have eyes, so let's just wheel this back in. Oof, that's a real jarring experience. Let's find some pre-made faces first and kind of go from there on what looks the most like Duncan. This is a kind of Duncan face. Of course, Duncan is a very pale boy, so we'll pick this. This is skin color. And let's do the hair first and then worry about the face. So Duncan has really long, shaggy kind of blonde ginger hair. So we'll pick the gingery kind of blonde here. Is that it? Kinda? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of Duncan shade. Okay, yeah, cool. And now let's pick a hairstyle. So he's definitely got long hair, but there's not actually that many choices. Does Duncan want dreadlocks? I don't think so. That's not really long enough to be... Actually, that kind of looks a bit Dunky.
Hey guys, Donkey here.
Yeah, we'll go with that. This is a good look for Duncan. His hair's tied up. That's perfect. Now, Duncan has kind of like a tiny little beard thing going on. So we'll go for that as his beard. And again, we'll match the hair color there by making it just a bit blonde. Yeah, that looks good to me. That looks pretty Duncan. Okay, sweet. Now, Duncan does wear glasses often, so we'll give him a pair of glasses. They're not quite on his eyes, but that's okay. Sometimes old people, and Duncan isn't young, like to look over their specs. So let's just stick with that. And makeup. I don't think Duncan really wears makeup, so we'll skip on the makeup. Okay, so now it's time to design Duncan's face. So Duncan has, like we said, he's got a pretty wide head. So we'll go about this size for Duncan. It's a shame you can't bring his head back, because at the moment his head's just super big. There's no way to do it. He does have big old lips though, so let's just bring this in for the moment. There we go. I don't think Duncan would be an earrings kind of guy, so we'll kind of cut those off, shut that down. Where are we going to put Duncan's eyes? Let's put them behind his glasses. That looks good to me. And does Duncan have big old eyes? I don't know. We're going to remove the glasses for the time being because they're kind of getting in the way of us doing Duncan's eyes. There we go. Duncan's got big old eyes. We'll bring his nose down a bit because that's just not very flattering. That's pretty Duncan, isn't it? Let's just make this a bit more normal. We're going to bring his lips out as well. Yeah, let's bring his lips out a bit. Now, Duncan's got a slight tilt to his eyes that you might not appreciate if you don't see him very often IRL, but I see him a lot, so I can attest that he's got a pretty nice tilt to his eyes. And he's got very strong cheekbones, so we'll bring those out. That looks good. There we go. We'll flesh out his cheeks because he's a nice cheeky chappy. He's got big old lips, hasn't he? So we'll give him just some of them big old smackarooskies. This is looking pretty good. This is pretty Duncan, isn't it? How far apart do we want his eyes? Duncan's got a very wide head, and I think like wide eyes kind of support that. So there we go. I think that's a good Duncan look, isn't it? Let's just bring it back in so it's a bit more normal. There we go. There we go. Duncan Jones in the flesh. So now we'll put his glasses back on, and we're good to go. That's perfect. That is Duncan Jones. I love it. Love it to bits. So now clothes. We're only going to go for the main outfit for Duncan. And Duncan loves wearing denims. Let's see if we can find him a very Duncan-style jacket. Is that a Duncan jacket? Nah, not really. Now, are we going for like IRL Duncan, or are we going for Minecraft Duncan? Because I can think of a few things we could add here. Maybe there's like a lab coat here. We did get the pets expansion. That does kind of look a bit Duncan, but I don't think so. Does Duncan like wearing chicken suits? Not really. Now this could be very Duncan. Jeans with a white coat. That's almost perfect. You know what? Actually, I think this is perfect Duncan. This is perfect Duncan. Now we're going to change his body type a bit. But Duncan used to be like this, but now he's a bit more like this. So we'll just give him some chunk there. Also, Duncan's a ripped man. He's a giant amongst mere mortals. So we're just going to stick with this. Shoes-wise, actually, this just looks very Duncan. I think we're going to stick with this. Boom. Hello, my name is Duncan Jones. Here we go, now the traits. So Duncan he's a bit of a party animal, you know? I think he likes love. He's not a serial romantic, though. What about creativity? He's a bit of a YouTuber. He's not really a master actor. He's not a musical genius. He's not a best-selling author. Is he an animal? He's a friend of the animals? I don't know about that one. Does he like family? Does he like knowledge? What's he going for? Well, he is a science guy, so what about nerd brain? Master vampire. He wants to become a wise and powerful vampire. I think we'll stick with nerd brain. That suits Duncan's Minecraft skin, at least. Also, he is definitely a geek, 100%. He loves that stuff. He's a dog lover. He does have a dog, IRL. And number 3, is he lazy? I don't know. He does love the outdoors. I don't think he's very neat. No offense. Non-committal? No, not really. Is he a bit of a bro? Is he a bit of a loner? Does he get jealous? Is he self-absorbed? He's none of these things. Let's stick with the idea of Duncan Labcoat Man and call him a genius. They may become upset if they haven't improved their mental skills for some time. Perfect. There we go. Duncan Jones. You're in the crew. Welcome. Actually, no. We want all of our guys to be in the same family. So I think calling him Duncan Jones doesn't really work. Let's just call him Duncan Yogsworth. Boom. I wonder if there are people that have uploaded, say, Lewis Brindley or something, to the gallery. Yogscast. That might have somebody in there. Oh, it does indeed. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, people have made all of us. So this has got to be me, right? You're always going to put me in a beanie. So you got Kim, you got Tom, you got Harry Marshall, and me. Oh wow, that's nuts. That's crazy. That's really cool. Here we go. Now here's a bit of a more realistic Duncan. But we've gone for a more mature Duncan. This must have been made a long time ago. Definitely looking at this, that was a long time ago. Chris Sips, Simon Honeydew, Lewis Cephos, Paul Sjin. Okay, there we go. Nice, perfect. This guy's got it down. He knows exactly what we look like. Oh, that's the perfect Tom. The perfect Tom. This is amazing. These are seriously amazing. Oh my God, pages and pages. What's the most unflattering? Oh my God. Yeah. So we've got to add Lewis Brindley. And actually, that's a pretty good base for us to start with, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit Keanu, but you know what? Perfect. So let's see if we can find a Lewis Brindley haircut. What's he looking like these days? He does have short hair. And it is black, but peppered a little bit with some white, if you know what I mean. It's probably the best Lewis we're going to find. All right. So Lewis used to wear glasses, unfortunately, or rather fortunately. Maybe that's more of a Lewis, isn't it? Yeah, these days. Actually, that's very Lewis, isn't it? That's super Lewis. So Lewis has, I think he's got like brown eyes. So we can choose from preset eyes. Perfect. Which ones of these look like Lewis? That's a good Lewis, but his eyes are a bit higher, aren't they? Because Lewis, unlike Duncan, has a very kind of thin, much thinner kind of head going on. This is definitely his kind of beard. I wonder if we can squeeze that chin in a bit. There we go. And he's got like quite a petite nose. There we go. Let's make his eyes just a bit bigger if we can. Perfect. Yeah, his nose isn't that flat though, is it? Let's bring that out. There we go. I think that's a pretty good Lewis. Let's make his neck just a little bit thinner. Now, how gaunt can we make his cheeks? Because he's not very chubby. He's quite thin. He does have big old ears though. You wouldn't expect it, but he actually does. Perfect. That's about it. Now I want to splash a little bit of colour in that hair of his. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's look. Actually, no. I think it's more this colour, isn't it? It's definitely not blue or green. No, he looks like an elf. Yeah, we'll stick with black. I think that's a good Lewis, isn't it? Yeah, he's got like that high eyebrow thing going on. Although he does have quite a lot of forehead, so maybe we could bring that down. Maybe that's a bit more Lewis. Actually, yeah, it is. Oh, that's perfect. That looks exactly like him. Wonderful. Okay, we have Lewis. Perfect. So what does Lewis go for in life? Well, he is the owner of a company. He's quite a successful businessman. So probably go for fortune. Fabulously wealthy. There we go. That's perfect. Now his traits. He is quite self-assured. He is a bit of a bookworm. Let's stick that in there. He's also a bit of a foodie. Can be not very materialistic. Is he neat? Oh, he is very neat. We'll go for that. Now it's time to add Sips. And because Sips' Minecraft skin is very grey, we're going to add Master Vampire Sips. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Stop moving your head. I need to change this. So, what does Sips look like? Which one of these is the most like Sips? That's a very Sips look. Now we need to get rid of these scars, because he doesn't have any scars, I don't think. Oh, there are vampire archetypes. Well, we want like the greyest. Or maybe we don't actually. That's pretty good. Oh my god, what's going on with his face though? We need to bring that chin out a lot. Calm that down. Here we go. Now let's pick a Sips haircut before we do anything else. And with his Minecraft character, he always had that kind of widow's peak thing going on. So that's a good Sips look. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get those eyes looking the right color though. Eye details. Okay, now hang on a sec. What kind of eyes are we going to give this guy? No, we don't want like any kind of crazy eyes. I think we're kind of locked to this like unearthly blue for his eyes. He doesn't really have much of a beard going on, so we'll give him like a little kind of bit of stubble. That's good. That's very Sips. Oh, this is already looking amazing. Now let's bring these ears out a bit, just so that everyone knows, hello, I can hear what you're saying. Look at this strong nose. That's good. That's a good nose. Oh, this is very Sips, isn't it? I think his eyes need some work, maybe. There we go. That's pretty good. Sips has always got this grin on his face. You know this if you meet him in real life. He's always smiling. He's a happy dude. So we'll give him like a perfect smile. Yeah, that's very Sips, isn't it? Hello, my name is Sips Yogsworth. Nice to meet you. Now, Sips, what is Sips all about? Oh, now Sips is a family man, isn't he? He likes to see family relationships grow stronger, faster. There we go. And we'll say he wants to create a family of vampires. Yeah, why not? He's a bit of a goofball.
Ooh, does she be Scarba, Vajank?
Vajank? Yeah, absolutely. These days, Sips has a family, but he doesn't do all that much with me and the other guys I work with. So we can say he's a bit of a loner, and that kind of suits his vampire lifestyle, I think, as well. So yeah, we'll stick to that. He wants to make a family, but he likes himself. There we go. So I'm just going to create 2 more guys now. I'm going to make Harry and Tom. So first up, we'll do Harry, because that's an easy one. Let's get rid of the glasses first. There they go. And we want really long hair. Harry's got like super long hair. Oh, now that is Harry hair right there. I love it. I love it to bits. What about beard? Harry's got a bit of a beard. That kind of looks like Harry. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Harry's got brown eyes. His eyebrows, though, they're very thick. He's got commanding eyebrows. So we're gonna go tick. There we go. Let's just make sure they are really thick. Oh yeah. Does have big eyes. So we'll give him that big old eye look. Now that looks very hairy. That looks very hairy. Does have a bit of a nose on him though, so we'll give him that kind of honk. I like that chin though. That's a very kind of hairy chin. And Harry again has quite a thin head, so we'll stick with that. You know what? That actually looks like perfect Harry to me. Now, what does Harry like to wear? I know this better than anybody. I always see Harry around the office, and what's he sporting? Really stylish clothes. Harry is a style guru, the most fashionable man in the office, so we're going to make sure he looks the part. Now, this is definitely an outfit I can see Harry wearing. Actually, maybe not. Like, the skull's a bit too much. It's a bit of a vampire outfit as well. Now, I have seen Harry wear a suit, and he looks incredibly dashing when he does, but I don't think any of the suits here really do him justice. Final Fantasy Harry? I don't think so. Oh, now Harry does like a good hamster outfit, so maybe this is the one? I don't know. Well, that's a good Harry look. Oh, now Harry is a bit of a Dark Lord, so maybe we could make him Anakin Skywalker. He does actually look great as Anakin Skywalker. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. What about a styled look? Out of the park, modern classic, one with the pet, Simstagram sensation, smooth sailing, pocket full of pockets, the Chad. I don't know if that's really Harry. Cat Dad, Noctux, yes. That best look? No. Boba Fett. Oh, Harry does like Boba Fett. Hot under the hoodie, the Scarf Rat, Suburban Cowboy, Emo Train. Oh, I don't know about these. Let's try Harry as a Simstagram sensation. No, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. Harry likes his hoodies, but he likes super stylish hoodies. Let's see if this comes in another color. Okay, yeah, this is pretty Harry. And as for trousers, oh, he loves a pair of ripped jeans. There we go, that's Harry. That's Harry right there. Perfect, but also again, Harry is a very slender boy. Very slender indeed. So we're just going to bring all of these sliders right on in there. Also, not a lot of people know this, but Harry is the tallest guy in the office. So we're going to make him as tall as we can. Hello, my name is Harry Yogsworth. And let's see. Harry is the most creative person in the office. He's a painter extraordinaire. He's a pretty cheerful guy. He's always got a good joke, a good meme to share. Brightens the spirits of everybody around him. He's an art lover. He loves to digest that culture. Oh, he's very outgoing. And he's also a mega bro. And now we're going to go with the final member. I could make Simon as well, but I don't really have time. So we're going to go and stick on a bit of Tom. So Tom actually does have the widest eyes in the office. So we're going to stick that like that. This is a pretty good base face. However, the skin color is a little bit off. There we go. Tom doesn't get too much sun, so we're going to keep him nice and creamy. Oh, yeah. Now, I think Tom has blue eyes. But that's a good question. When was the last time I really looked at his eyes? I think we'll say blue. Let's do a deep dive on the eyes, though, because the eyes tell you everything about a man. There we go. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good Tom look. Excellent. Now, of course, what is signature about Tom? It's got to be his mega beard. So we're going to go for the megarist beard you can. That looks like a pretty good one. Tom has got some pretty swish hair, so we're going to stick with this as well. That's actually a really good Tom look. Okay, so now let's do the nose a bit. Let's widen that a bit. Now, where are we going to put the eyes? Maybe them a bit lower, maybe them a bit higher. I think high is good. Yeah, that's a good Tom look, I think. Yeah. What about his mouth, though? He does have a bit of an inset kind of mouth. So we're going to pull that right back. Bring that chin right out there. There we go. And actually, we can make the beard look big by making the chin look really big. That works. That's perfect. Wonderful. Okay, now it's time to put on some glasses. And this is the Tom special, isn't it? Do we have to bring these eyes down so that they're behind the glasses? Ah, looks good to me. Actually, I think this is my favorite yet. Oh man, we're going to go straight on to doing the outfit. So Tom always wears really slick stuff around the office. So we're going to say a suit jacket. He loves a suit jacket. Okay, so Tom is also very tall. So we're going to make him very, very tall. Now, Tom loves his black jeans. So we're going to give him some black corduroys. We'll stick with this. And Tom loves to wear big old black boots, although he's been wearing trainers recently, so we might stick him in those. Oh, this is a good look. And now the t-shirt. Now, unfortunately, there aren't any of his merch t-shirts on here. And maybe we can change the color here to something a bit more Tom. That's pretty Tom. That is very Tom. Okay, perfect. I think we're almost ready to move in. Now, what about... Oh, Tom is very knowledgeable. He is actually a gigabrain. I wouldn't say he's a computer whiz. Is he a Renaissance sim? Wants to be good at many things at once? Actually, that sounds like Tom. He's a jack of all trades, but master of a few as well. Now, Tom can be a bit gloomy sometimes, but it's all tongue-in-cheek. He's a confident guy that knows what's going on. And, he's very outgoing. He's one of the most outgoing people I know. So we'll stick that in there as well. And I feel like we're ready. There we are. These are the boys. Don't they look fantastic? Oh, we didn't give Sips any clothes. We're going to give Sips just a standard kind of nerdy hoodie look. Boom. House Yogsworth. Okay, let's move these jokers in so they can start interacting with Snot Throttle Bilge Boy. So these guys are going to be our neighbors. Let's put them in hindquarter hideaway. So whenever I want to go and have a beer with Harry or Tom, or go play some games with Lewis or Duncan, or just have some laughs with Sips, I can always just pop next door and say hello. That's right, boys. You're going to move in. The Yogsworth household is moving in. So let's take a look at these guys in the flesh. See what they look like. Oh, now it is nighttime, but nighttime is the best time. Oh, look at Duncan there. Duncan looks amazing. Oh, now, just a standard, these guys are all on their phones. There's Lewis. Do another social media post. Loves it. Loves it. Checking some stats. Nice. Duncan and Sips probably complaining about games. Harry and Tom. Oh man, Harry is a tall boy, isn't he? Very tall. Very tall. But we're going to leave these guys to it. Come out of here, and we're going to get back to Snot Throttle's life. So join us next time when we go pet hunting as Snot Throttle, and we're going to look to build up a decent-sized house here. If we can get rich enough, we can earn some cash so we can go big on our next house. We're going to have the Goblin Den from hell. It's going to have all the mod cons, a cauldron, a fire to roast humans over the spit. It's going to be fantastic. And we're going to secure ourselves a guard dog, a kind of minion that can guard our lair against heroes, basically. Although we might have to protect against vampires as well, because they're going to be around too. Until next time, guys, take care.